unlike any project we did before. So in this project, first, we need to examine the target road sign, pointed by quick view. Second, compare and locate this target road sign in the Google Street View. Number three, move the target road sign with incorrect location based on Google Street View result and following the frame line. Then number four, check the surrounding road signs of the moved target road sign. Number five, assign categories to target road sign if necessary. So that is the basic workflow for this move road sign project. All right, and the benchmark for this project is very, very easy. It takes 1 minute per road sign. So for example, this task I'm getting here, it has 104 road signs. So for this target, or for this task, I will get like 1.5 minutes to half an hour, 1 hour and a half to finish this task. So please mute your mic. So this is a very easy project. Please mute
Okay.
the mic.
Yan. Dapat yung turn off mic mo.
All right, then let's take a look of each step that what we need to do together. First is examine the target road sign. So we need to find the target road sign from the quick view section. It's on the left panel of the software. So just go through one by one. Then click on the target road sign. The software will zoom in to its location and highlight the target road sign automatically. Then you just need to follow the orders to check the target road sign one by one. Then what we need to do is to compare and locate in Google Street View. So zoom in to the target road sign, click on the road sign and check the sign image. So for this, in this example, the first one we checked is regulatory no parking sign. All right, this is a no parking sign. Then we can right click and go to the street view. After we go to street view, make sure you have the road sign's direction facing as the same as the software. So as here, you can check this little person, right? This little person in the Google Street View, and check the direction. You need to fix them on the same direction. And in there, you can see that in this case, the road sign no parking is located, as you can see, right? We can easily locate this no parking sign beside the road. So this color is faded, but we can still see this is a P with a cross on it. So in this case, this no parking sign, this one is located in the middle of the road in the software. However, in the Google Street View, the sign is located beside the road. Right? We can very clearly see that, compare this difference. Then we can know that this location of this road sign is wrong, right? It's wrong labeled by the software. Then we need to move it. How should we move it? Then select the road sign. This software will show a frame point, which is this round point, this red round point here, and a frame line, and this line, which is the assist line to determine the basic direction of how this road sign should be moved. So for this wrong located road sign, we need to move it along this frame line, and it can be off a little bit. What it means is it should be, we have like a range of this frame line, so you can within this range, just say estimated range. Okay, within this range, this row sign can be placed at here, and here, but it has to be on this direction and not very wrong range. The range shouldn't be very big. It's not a very big range, but it's relatively very loose. All right, it's not okay. Place it here. All right, this is too off, and this is not same direction. and you cannot place it here. Even though if you can find a no parking sign here in the Google Street View, but you still cannot. All right, we have to place the points along this assist line, along this direction. Okay, so like this, starting from this frame point, and follow the frame line to move this road sign to the curb of the road, and here this is a correct moved location. So after we move it, that's it. All right, so that's it. So in this case, this point is done. Then let's continue. So this is a very easy example. There, let's see, check the moved target road sign surrounding signs. What it means is, so after we moved the target road sign, and if there are multiple signs around, then it is required to check the surrounding signs. What it means, like for example, in this image below, the target road sign is located as arrow pointed in the software at here. And we need to check the Google Street View for its location. And this target road sign is a warning checkboard right. And we go to Street View. We can see that, right, there are two signs. One is right and one is left. So in this project, you need to be careful because there are some similar road signs, but they are actually different. So we need to look for the right one. And because our target road sign is a warning checkboard right. All right. And in the Street View, that we are facing this direction, right? And we cannot see any checkboard, any road sign with this, any road sign here, right? We don't see a checkboard right at here, on this side of the road. Instead, it's on the opposite of the road. It's on this one, right? So this wrong checkboard right sign is not located at the software's location. Instead, it's located further away from the frame line at the road direction. So in this case, this frame line can be extended. All right, it can be extended. And after extended, we can tell that this frame line has an intersection with this side of the road. And this is our, this is where we should move this target road sign. So we should move it along this frame line to the intersection of the road side, to here. So after we move it to its correct location, and we can notice, right, there is already another road sign near the moved location. And select both to check the sign content, to check what it says. So they are the same. If they're the same, then we can know that there is only one sign at the location from the Google Street View, right? Because from this Google Street View, we can only see one wrong checkboard right sign at here. So in this case, we can know, okay, so there is a duplicated. Then in this case, guys, after we move it, we see there's a duplicate. Then we select this moved point and change it to duplicate. Okay, so that's so far for the 1, 2, 3, 4, step 4. I hope you guys understand this so far. If you have any question, you can leave in the message chat and I will show you in the real project. Lastly, there are also some work we need to do is assign categories to target road sign if necessary. So in the software, you can see there are actually 14 categories. There are 14 categories. And for number 1 to 11, we can just ignore them, all right? We don't need to know which category this road sign is, but we need to know 12, 13, and 14. So as for duplicate, this is the case of duplicate, all right? I think we have gone through here. Then it's for unknown. For unknown is after we check the target road sign in Google Street View, and there is no such sign at this location from Google Street View, then we need to move the target road sign point to the roadside curb by following the frame line, if the target road sign is in the middle of the road. So for example, this one is already on the side of the road. It's already on the road or curb side. Then there's no necessary to move it. All right, and then lastly, we just change the category of the target road sign to unknown. So if this point is in the middle of the road, then we need to move it to the roadside. However, if it's not, it's already labeled on the roadside, on the curb side, we don't need to move it. And after we go to this location, and we check on this direction, there is no such sign. There's no do not enter sign on this side of the road. Then we change the category of this do not enter sign to unknown. So we don't need to change it to unknown. And lastly, it's a wrong. This is the same intersection. So after we check the target road sign in the Google Street View, and there is a different sign at the location from the Google Street View, then we need to move the target road sign point to the road side, same thing, all right, to the road or curb side by following the frame line, and if the target road sign is in the middle of the road, and change the category of the target road sign to wrong. So in this example, this sign, it says bicycle signal, and it's already on the side of the road, then that's good. Then we don't need to do anything. We don't need to move for this this road sign. And upon checking in the Google Street View, we can see a different sign here. It's transit signal is instead of the bicycle signal. So it has a different sign here. So in this case, we category to wrong. Does it make sense? So far, I hope you guys have understood what we're doing. And if you have any question, please leave a message. Let me check. Just a question. The marking in the software is where the person saw the sign from the location. I don't understand your question, Mark. The marking in the software is where the person saw the sign from their location. So we just need to find where the
Paul, let me clarify. Because when you click on the quick view, then you go to street view. It's like the position of the sign, and versus how you're looking at it, it's like how they marked it on the software, the way they're looking at this on the sign itself. Am I correct?
I will show you. I will show you later in the actual project, and I will show you how I do it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Lastly, I will introduce you some very important tips that can help you to speed up. So the traffic lights. Traffic lights could locate in the middle of the road. All right. Because guys, from the Google Street View, let's see, like this one, right? This one from this from this location, we can see that this traffic light actually hits in the middle of the road. So traffic light can be on the middle of the road. That's the first thing. And then we don't need to move it. And traffic light on the road intersection are mostly correct. So what it means is this is like common sense, right? This is like so for example, this is a road intersection, and there should be some traffic light around here. So if the system gives you the traffic light at here, for example, there's no traffic light here. So if the system gives you traffic light at here, for example, here, and this one here is mostly correct. This one is mostly correct. So we don't need to go to Google Street View and check it. There's no necessary to do that. Okay. So far, this is a very important rule. So we basically don't need to check the traffic light in the Google Street View unless there's a duplicated, and we need to change the category for one of them. So for example, this one is this, and if it's so, this is okay. But if there is two traffic light symbol here, then then that is not okay, and we need to change one of them to duplicate. And that's for that is a tip for traffic light. And then for the regulatory stop sign, this one is very common in the North America, and this project is in Toronto. The most cases for the stop sign won't require to check in the Google Street View, and we can use the common sense to make sure. So stop sign is on the right side of the road, and stop sign is not in the middle of the road. And if the stop sign is on the left side of the road, then that is wrong. Then we need to check in the Google Street View. And otherwise, if the stop sign is on the right side of the road and is in the intersection, then that is very likely to be correct, and you don't need to check in the Google Street View, and this could save you a lot of time. So this is example 1. This stop sign is on the right side of the road, right? This is right side, all right? Even though it's left side in this picture, but you need to face it down. This is the direction of the car drive, and this is on the right side, and it's not in the middle of the road, so it's correct location. And this sign appear here makes a lot of sense. So without checking the Google Street View, I can confirm this is correct. Example 2. So there are 2 stop signs and the same location. There are 2 stop signs, and apparently they should only have 1, right? There's no sense that there's 2 same sign, same stop sign, and the same road intersection. So, and this is not correct. And apparently, there's 1 stop sign missing here, because you have a stop sign and here, and on the opposite side of this road, there should also be a stop sign. This is the rule. This is a law, how the traffic law is like in North America. So we just need to move one of them. All right, there are two of them. We just need to move one of them following the frame line to its intersection of the road and the curbside without checking on the Google Street View. So this will make this work very easy. So this is what I did. I will leave this stop sign here without touching it, and I will move this one to here without checking in the Google Street View, and this speed up my work a lot. And lastly, last tip is the signs on the road island. On road island, the warning object marker balls sign, this is a must. So if you see such a sign on the road island, and the system gives you this one to check, we don't need to check on the Google Street View. All right, in most cases, in the signs of the road island, this is a must in the road island. But if there's a warning arrow sign, then we need to make sure it's pointing the correct direction on the road, whether it's doubled direction, left or right. If you can be sure about the arrow sign is correct, then check on the Google Street View. This may be a little bit confused, but if once you understand it, this could help you to speed up your work a lot. So in this example, this island here, right, separates this road into 2 parts, and they are in the same direction. So these signs are correct. Why? Because this is like warning double arrow will tell the driver that the road ahead separates into 2 branches, and they are in the same direction. So this is a common, this is a not reasonable and common sign on the road island. Another example, here. So this this warning object marker is good, but however, this regulatory no right turn, this one, we cannot be sure, right? So in this case, it's necessary to look for the sign in the Google Street View. So I will go to the Google Street View, right? I'm facing in this direction. This little person is facing this direction, and we can see there's a no right turn in this on this traffic light. So in this case, this is good. So we don't need to do anything about it. Okay, so that will be all for this training document. Now I'm going to move to the actual project. If you have any question, let me know, all right? Let me see any comments here. Yes, it's just LiDAR thing, LiDAR view, yes. Yep. So that's good. Let's continue with this. First, I will start with this easy task. All right. So there are only two signs here, and so I will start from this 0, the first one, 0, and this one you actually saw what I did in the training document. And one thing I want to remind you guys is some of your computer may not have this street view. All right, this is the same situation as I did here. So this is unfortunate. And what I have to do is I need to right click and copy this coordinate, and I need to go to the Google Map. I need to go to the Google Map and paste it to here to check it. So this is this costs me slower, but I can definitely finish, averagely for each road sign per 1 minute per road sign. So still, this is still good, very good benchmark, I would say, to finish. My network is still slow. So like this. So after you did this, after you go to the road sign, after you go into the street view, make sure you turn on this. All right, make sure you turn on this, and you can see this little people has an arrow. So we need to move this arrow to the same direction as the software, right? We need to check on the same direction. And in this case, I'm not on this correct location, so I need to move it a little bit to look for the sign, all right? To look for the sign on the map. So when I move to here, I can notice that there is a sign here, right? And now I am pretty sure about where the location is. So I will select this sign, no parking, and move it to along this frame line, and that's it. Then this second one. The second one is a parking restricted. Okay, let's see. It's it's around this turning point, like around this corner, and I will check on the Google Map. However, around here, I don't see such sign around here, right? So in this case, if you cannot see the sign here, what should we mark? We should mark for unknown. All right, and in this case, this sign is in the middle of the road. That is not correct. We need to move it to the road side along this frame line and change it to unknown. And lastly, let's check this one. This one is a stop sign. This makes sense. The car come out of this way, and it needs a stop sign, but we want to make sure, because this is not a very typical road intersection. This is a roundabout. So I will go to here, and now I can see there's a stop sign here, right? Very clear. Now I will just select this and follow the frame line to move it to the roadside. And now this task is done. So for this task, we moved 2 points from the middle of the road and moved another one and changed the category to unknown because we cannot find this one on the Google Street View. Then let's go to this one. This is a pretty complicated task, to be honest, especially there is, this urban intersection. There are many road signs here. And this could be a little bit challenging, and you need to be very careful and check it around this intersection. So first, let's take a look. This is a warning checkboard left. And is this my, did I do anything about it? Okay, anyway, so for this one, so this is a checkboard. Let's copy the coordinate. It's kind of slow. All right, so it's here. So drop with the person here. And make sure, guys, you are facing at the direction. right? Facing a direction where you look at. So, and now I'm facing the correct direction. And this is an example I listed in the training document, right? So there is a checkboard left. There's a checkboard left. And this one is correct. However, there's one here. So, so in this example, I will just change this one. I will change this one to duplicate. All right, this one to
There is
duplicate.
two checkboards, sir, in the street view.
What do you mean?
There is a two checkboard in the street view.
I know. Just hold on.
Okay.
And then let's check the second one. This one is the one I listed in the training document, and I already moved to here. Right, this is what I moved. And this checkboard is checkboard right. All right, and the question you are saying, this one is left and this one is right. These are two different road signs. So be careful. All right, be careful. You don't assume they are two. And if you think they are the same thing, and in the software, you will see there are actually 4 of them. There are 4 of them. Okay, so for this one, after I move it to this side, right, along this frame line, and I see there's another one, so I will change the category of this one to duplicate. Continue to here. This one and here is a regulatory stop sign. And this stop sign is on the right side of the road and it's on the intersection. That makes sense, guys. That makes sense. As you can see, as we zoom out, this is a driveway coming out of the parking lot, and it's coming out on the road. So this one, it makes sense. It makes sense. So I won't go to the Google Street View and check for this one. Oh shit! Sorry. This is no stopping. My bad. So I need to be careful. So for this, in this example, I still need to check it. All right, my bad. So if that is a stop sign, I won't check it. And sometimes we need to be careful for that. Okay, here. All right, I will drop it here. So after you drop it, make sure you turn on this one and move this, change around, right? To make sure you are looking at where you should look at. All right, so this is the direction I'm facing, and this is the software that we should look on, right? So this is the direction. And from this direction, check this light, check the sign, all right? And we can see there is the no stop sign, all right? There is this no stop sign in here, right? So in this case, that is correct, right? We don't need to move it. And let's go to the second one. So this traffic light, that is correct because we see this traffic light here and it totally makes sense to have a traffic light here. So let's go to the next one. Okay, so this one is a bike line with 2 signs here. So in this case, I still need to copy. This is annoying. So hopefully most of you don't need to do the same as I did here, all right? Hopefully most of your computer can carry this. Okay, once again, right? When you drop into the street view, it is always common to get into confusion where you don't know where you should look at. So always turn on this and look for this island here. Right, and here, we can easily spot there's a backline and there is the arrow. So this one here, this backline and this arrow matched. They are matched. So we can go to the next one. All right, there's 4 or 5. There are actually 2 signs here. All right, this one is backline. This one is this arrow. So 2, we finished. So this saves us a lot of time, right? Yeah, let's go to the second, number 6. So I think it's around here, right? So I will not copy, and I will just follow on the Google Street View to check what I'm looking at. It's a no parking on snow during snow. So let's see, right? Very clear. It matched perfectly. No parking, snow route. So this case, this one matched. Okay, let's go to the second one, traffic light. Did the traffic light here, does it make sense? Yes, it makes sense because this is a road intersection. Even though it's not very typical, but this is a road intersection. So in this case, I will not check it. Okay, I will go to the next one. So number 8, this one, regulatory wrong way. So so in this case, actually, guys, in my common sense, because I accumulated experience, if you have done this project a lot, you will know that this is a reasonable sign. Because why? Because this is a one direction road. This is a one direction road. The vehicles can only be running from this direction. And so in order to not causing confusion, it is common to place a road sign like this, no wrong way at this intersection. Okay, so but to make sure, let's still continue to check it in the Google Map. All right, so we're looking at here. Remember where you should look at. Okay, so now this is annoying. So this is annoying because this big truck has blocked our view completely, right? So what to do in this case, guys? No worries. You can change the date on the Google Street View. You can change the date on Google Street View, and so we can go to the 2020. We go from 2022 September to 2021 October, and this island is under construction during that time. So we'll go to another time frame. So in 2021 May, we see this sign on this location, at this location, right? No entering. So this matched with our the wrong way. It is matched in our software, so we don't need to move it for this one. Let's go to next one. Traffic light. Traffic light are here, so this is the same direction. We just need to turn around and look up, right? So okay, good. So we have the traffic light at here. That's good. There are multiple traffic lights actually, but we don't need to know exactly where it is. It is okay to have a little bit arrow, but just overall, it's not very big wrong. And this traffic light. All right, let's see if there's a traffic light in the middle of the road. That is okay, I guess, because there are a few traffic lights in the middle of the road that can be accepted. So this one, let's see. No parking. All right, no parking here. And this is same road intersection. Let's see. There's no parking. Let me go see. So when you get a little bit confused, right? Because let me go back here. So I will get a little bit confused when I first doing it. But as you can see, there's a no parking snow route. Don't rush to change the category, because you may looking at a different pole, and you just check around a little bit more, and you can see here, right? A little bit further, there is a no parking. This direction I cannot see. Like here, very clear. There's a no parking sign around this location, so that is correct. So no need to change it. Traffic light are here. That makes sense. Let me just confirm. We can go a little bit further. I think this is the traffic light we're talking about. Okay. And let's go to the other 13. What is this? No left turn. Right. This is a regulatory no left turn, and it's in the middle of the road. That is obviously wrong. Right. This no left turn should not on the street. So let's see where we can find it. So actually, it's at here. All right, no left turn. It's at here. We have and all here. I think it's here. Let me see. There are two of them, and I think this is this one. And in this case, this no left turn. We need to move it to the side of the road, and and in this case, I will move it, along this frame line, right? Along this frame line, and move to here. After I move to here, guys, see, now we got a duplicate, right? So in this example, I will change this one to duplicate because we got two exactly the same road sign after we moved it here. So in this case, I will change this one to duplicate. Let's continue. This one here, what is this? This is backline. And where is it? Is it far away from where I'm going? Okay, so a little bit further. I will continue. Here, I believe. And let's see if we can find this this backline. Here, we got it. Right? We got this. So it's great. And it's on its correct location. No need to move and no need to change the category. Number 15, this one here, and this is an example about the Rhode Island I listed in the training document. So I'm not going to move for this one. 16, and same thing. And 17, this one, warning, school zone. All right. So I think I need to go warning school zone. I will just use the coordinates again. I'm not going to move on the Google map in case is it here? Let's see. Yeah, I think it's here, right? Okay, never mind. I'll just use the coordinates and move it again. Okay, my guess is right. All right, I always turn on this and change your facing direction based on this. And now we found this school zone sign right here. And correct location, no need to change. That's good. So let's go to 18. Well, this is it's another bike line. I think this is the one that we just saw, right? So in this case, we have two bike lines here. Let me see. So before, the sign is like this. And actually this one is not, so this is like duplicate. I'll just mark as duplicate. So, and you can also ignore this. You don't need to do anything for that. But let's see, go to next one. That is very ambiguous cases. Then I see this one. It's parking restricted. It's a little bit further at where I'm standing at here. And let me see if I can find it. So just be very careful. All right, now we see it. All right, guys, can you see that? This one. This one. This is a restricted parking sign. All right. And now we found it. And that is the correct location. And we don't need to move it. Go to the 20. Another one. So, camera for the traffic light. And we can also see that here, right? Bright light camera. So we don't need to move it. 21. There's a sign tell you the road is narrowing down. Okay, so I am not sure of that because the location is very weird. So let's check it again at here, I think. Is there any sign like this around this area? No, I don't think so. If I cannot see, because, all right, guys, because there is no road is narrowing down. Okay, here. Oh, I see. It's here. And any sign on this side? Let me see. So this sign is actually here. So let's move it. Move this one to this direction. All right. This is the fring line. This is the starting point, and we should follow this sign. And after we move it, and we see this is different. Okay, so we don't need to care for anymore. And we know, as long as we know our sign is correct. Okay, so now we got another one here. These two, they are identical. They are the same symbol. So we are going to change the one we just moved to duplicate. Anything here? Okay, so if this, if this label is not in this quick view list, you don't need to care for. Okay, you don't need to care for them. But this one is the one we just moved, and it's listed in here. So I change it to duplicate. Let's go to 22. This one, no heavy truck. No heavy truck. Let's go to here. Always expand this. I believe I've seen that symbol here, actually. Okay, here, right? No heavy truck. Here. So this sign is correct. And let me confirm that, because, okay, that's, to be honest, I think this sign is here. All right, because when this frame line goes further, sometimes it, accidentally identify this sign is listed here. But actually, after we check in the Google Street View, this sign is on this side of the road, right? It's not down there. So in this case, same thing. We just move along this frame line and on this side of the road. And check again. Okay, that's good. 23. This one, no bicycle. All right, no bicycle. Let's see. I think it should be around here, right? No bicycle. Did you guys see that sign here? I don't think so. And lastly, I will just go to this side of the road to confirm again. Okay, here. Luckily, from this corner, I see this no bicycle. And so in this case, I don't need to move it. All right. 24. Traffic light. That's okay. This one is another traffic light. Let's check it. So it's not far from where I'm standing. But I got lost. Let's see. I get lost. So I'll check it again. Oh shoot, I went too far. All right, let's see. Okay. Around this island, there is there a road? Yeah, I think there's maybe this one. I'm not sure. Okay, here, this one. I see this one. This traffic light. So that I'm going to move it because apparently it's around here and it's on this frame line. So I'm going to just move it to its correct location. And continue. Let's see here. Copy the coordinate. All right. Let's see if there is such no parking sign here. Facing down this direction, right? And no parking sign, bingo. However, the location is not very correct, right? Because this no parking sign is on the island. It's in the middle of the road, actually. So, but instead, on the software, it's on the side of this on the side of the road. So in this example, what should we do? We move along the frame line to this road island. And that is how we do, and that is why we are doing so-called move road sign project. All right. And this one I would say it's not correct on the correct location because this one, it should be at here, right? And this is on the frame line, very clear. And after we move it, there is a duplicate, right? So in this case, without checking on the Google Street View, I can tell. This is by my experience and common sense. This sign is not here. It should be here. And after we move to here, we can notice that there is a duplicate. There's two warning object markers. So the one that I just moved, I need to change it to duplicate. 28, this one. Okay, so for this one, right, this is the same thing that we did here. And after we moved it, okay, another duplicate, right? So in this case, I will change it to duplicate. 29, same thing. Okay, very easy, right? Some signs, they are actually duplicated, and you can easily to tell from that. And okay, so this one, this is the one that we did already, right? This here, right? 3 signs, they are the same thing. And in this case, I'll just change this one to duplicate. All right, make sure you do that. All right, guys. And this one, no parking. Okay, that's something worse for us to take a look. Here. All right, let's drop this person. Another direction. Here, is there a no parking sign? Here, there's no parking sign. Which one? Sorry. This one here. However, guys, I don't know if you have noticed, this one, we cannot find it, right? This is different. It's different sign because this sign here gives you the time starting from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. This area is no parking. But, you know, after 5 a.m. to 8 p.m., between 5 a.m. to 8 p.m., this part is okay to park. So in this example, this park is not matched on the Google Street View, right? So in this case, what should we do? Anyone can give me an idea what should I do for this sign?
Wrong.
Wrong.
Unknown.
Very good.
Regulatory, no
Wrong.
parking.
Yeah, it's wrong, and it's better we move it to here, all right? Because this sign is not in the middle of the road. This is part of the road, and according to the Google Street View, this is at here, right? At here. So we move it and mark it wrong. Very good. And let's go for a few more. 32. This one, community safety zone. So in this case, for this one, we have to go to the coordinate and double check. Let's see. This way. Community safe zone, right? We found it. And we found it. Good. This one, no parking. All right. So just repeat the same thing we did here. Be patient, be careful while you are checking those signs. And make sure you follow the orders on the quick view, for the quick view, all right? This way, right? No parking. Is there no parking? Here, there's no parking. And this is the same thing, right? It's different. So in this case, no parking. So we need to change it to wrong. Oh, sorry, wrong mark. Then once again, no standing and no parking. Okay, I think it's around here. Is that here, right? Oh, shoot. I hate this area. I think it's different. It's not the same area. This way, right? Let's confirm it. Snow route. Okay, right now I don't see it. Okay, but don't rush. Don't rush. Make sure you check everything on this island. What's the sign again? No standing and no parking. No standing. Oh, here, no standing. And the no standing, that is good. However, this no parking is not, right? The no parking is not, because it's no parking on snow route. So in this case, there's no parking. Guys, there's no parking. I'll move a little bit, all right? In case I... So this one is wrong. No parking. Yeah, so this one is wrong because we see a different one here. And this one is wrong as well, right? Because why? Because do you remember this intersection? We have two duplicate, and this is the correct road sign here. So in this example, this one should be marked as wrong. Continue. Here, this one, no heavy truck. All right, so let's do this one. Okay, I guess it's not on this direction. How about here? Any no heavy truck? Oh, here you are. See, no heavy truck. Perfect match, right? Okay, so we'll go to the next one. Traffic light. Okay, so there's no duplicate for traffic light. I will. Let's see. So because this one, I'm not sure because the location of this traffic light here is not very good because traffic light usually appear at here, right? So I'm not confident about it. I will double check for this one. Oh, this truck still here. Let's see. Change the date to 2021. Shoot, I hate the construction. Yeah, as you can see, there's no traffic light around here, right? So my suspicion was correct. The traffic light should be on the road intersection. So in this case, I will move this one to here. Let's see. So it's better, actually better we move it around here. All right, it's still in the direction of the frame line, and that is totally cool. So in this case, that's good. 39, this one, no right turn. No right turn matched. Very easy. Traffic light body. Let's see. So traffic light here, that's correct. Right? So very easy actually. As you can see, once you get familiar with what you need to do, you will see this project is actually very easy. So this one is the one that I'm looking at now because the previous one has been marked as no, duplicate. So this one is correct and I don't need to do it again. So I will leave this one and not moving it and not checking in the Google Street View. Go to the next one, same intersection, right? So basically, that is the rule of this project. And I believe once you get familiar with it, you will find this is actually very easy and very fast to do instead of spending a lot of time on the on each one. All right, so 1 minute per road sign is such a good benchmark, to be honest. And it's once you get familiar, you will find that you average don't need such so many times for this for such project. So if you guys have any question, please leave in the comment box, and Mark, please send out the attendance sheet, and you guys can start working on today, and I will start giving you guys a video about this project tomorrow, and I will let you know how to work as a checker in this project. Okay, any questions?
None so far.
Yeah, I will be waiting for your question if you while you are signing for the attendance sheet. Okay, let me see. Is a frame line about the perspective of the viewer? That's very good. The frame line is the perspective of the viewer. So it's very important that the frame line is like from the viewer is from here. All right, this is a frame point and this is a frame line. This is the viewer seeing from this direction, and it can be around here, 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 here. So, but it cannot be on the opposite direction. That is not correct. That is wrong. All right. So anything along this frame line or around this frame line that is acceptable to move, and that is perspective of the viewer. Very good. Is it edible in the task itself? I'm not sure what you mean for the editor. For all the editing that we can do